Hello there. Now, today I'll be talking about Spirit Week theme. Um, Again, the themes that I do throughout the week are based on what the band has at that moment. For example, the Spirit Week theme that we did in April, we couldn't do much because of quarantine. Again, thing it was very limited. I didn't want people to go out and be outside during this whole pandemic, and I'm pretty sure you have the same concerns. Again, if you go back to school, when you go back to school, it'll be fun to do a Spirit Week theme just to see what the kiddos have in mind over the whole entire thing. I mean, you could have so many creative things, and seeing them in the band hall, like with the theme of the week or the theme of the day, is truly amazing. It's so much fun, and they get so excited about this. I mean, I've heard many stories about kids so excited about Hawaiian Day, Sports Day, and all that stuff. Again, it's up to you however you would like to do it. In April, since we already had done a theme week for Band Olympics, I decided to do one virtual. That way they share their experiences virtually and we could highlight them on social media. So it was a great idea to do this. Again, and an amazing thing is that everything that we post on social media will always stay on social media unless you decide to delete it. But the only thing is, it reaches out so many people. I mean, from the moment that you post it, there's future Wildcat Regiment members liking them. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And yeah, it's so exciting. It's like a recruitment idea as well, because I know for teachers it's hard to recruit band members because they're like, oh, I want to be in sports and stuff like that. But they get an insight of what band is like through all the stuff that we post, because every single one that posts something on the theme day or whatever we did shares their experience, and we highlight it on our social media page. And I'll be showing you how to do the highlight template for each event that we have. It's truly amazing. It's simple and it's quick and easy to do. You could just use the same template and just change it up if you would like. But again, these are great ideas for recruitment, and it could help you out in the long run. If you decide to do this, if you decide to continue with this, I always like to have the social media page as a recruitment option, especially now during quarantine. I mean, there's no other way that you could be recruiting. You can't go out and be asking them, hey, would you like to join band in person? Because again, you're risking your life, you're risking their lives through this, and you just want to be safe. And that's something I wanted to do, and keep everyone safe, because again, during this whole pandemic, it can be scary. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll get started shortly. Hi, so I'll be doing this screen record. So now, the first thing I wanted to do was, of course, pick solid background whenever you join the app or you open the app. And the next thing I wanted to do was change the color of the background to a charcoal, like a dark charcoal gray. Actually, I have a code for that. It's 2A, 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 again, 2A, 2A, 2A. Now, with all of this, of course, I'll be resizing it to a different sizing, social sizing, basically. I'll be doing this on the letter format. That way it's just easier to post on social media. That way you don't have to create so many and readjust so many. So the next thing I did was just add icons. And of course, I'm adding the icons first because they're just easier to move out of the way. It's up to you the way you do it, but of course I want to put music notes to add movement. And as you see, some of them are black with white inside. Now the thing is, it's like a coloring book where the black is the outline and the white is color. Now in this case, it's going to be reversed. The black is the color and the white is the outline. Now that's something I learned and I didn't know about until now. But yes, this is basically what it does. Now the next thing I did was, of course, pick a gray color, a lighter gray than the background, and just duplicated that same thing and flipped it. The reason why I'm flipping it is because as you see, sometimes the overlapping it creates a different effect in general. And the reason why I did this was because just to add movement again to the whole thing. That way it's not just one single template and it looks very just bland and not exciting. So that's what I did. Again, you could resize it, adjust it to your liking. rotate it if you would like, because at the same time, the way you rotate things is the way you tell the story, basically. The next thing I did, of course, was add text. Now, I did add Marching Monday. The reason why is that was the first day of the theme week, and of course, the next thing I did was to remove the shape. Now, the font was, I think it's believed League Gothic, if I remember, but yes, so that's the font I used, and later on I just removed the shaping, changed the color to black and white, and added an effect. The reason I add an effect is for contrast, and I added a drop shadow just for contrast in general, and this creates an amazing contrast between the icon and the stuff underneath and the things on top. Now, the next thing I did was, of course, just resize it. And with the drop shadow, you could move the distance, and remember that the distance is just the shadow moving a little bit further. The direction just moves the direction of the shadow just to whatever you would like to make it look like. Now, the next thing I did was, of course, add the icons. What I mean by icons is adding the drum major in the middle and the two percussionists on the side. So I changed the icons. And how to find these, you just put marching band. Once you enter marching band, they should all pop up. I wanted to add a contrast between having instruments to the side and then one facing forward. That's why I picked the drum major, because it was the only one facing forward. Again, you could change these up if you would like. And again, I just went with different colors, just to add a theme, a scheme, color palette just to it. But yes, and then again, you just want to resize them and make them all almost align like a little triangle form. And that's something I did. And then again, I realized that at this moment I was like, oh, I forgot the color guard. You never want to do that. If you're doing something, always remember the color guard, involve the color guard in it. The starlets especially, because they're amazing. They do so much that they don't get recognition for, so that's something I wanted to do, just involve them in stuff. And of course I added flags, because that's what resembles the color guard the most. I mean, that's what they use during performances, during our halftime performances. They use flags most of the time, and air blades and all those guns and stuff like that. Yeah. Sorry if I'm using terminology wrong. It's just, I don't know color guard stuff. But yes, I added flags to it just to add a little bit more fun to it. Again, I picked black because I didn't have any black in there. I always want to try to stick with the school colors, especially our grays or blacks. I usually don't involve purple, reason being, yeah, I just don't want to involve purple. If you want to involve purple, you could do it on small things. I'll probably show another video on how to do that. And going back to this, again, the flag, just make it underneath everything and try to hide all the sticks, because I know when you overcross them, sometimes the stick pops out and stuff like that. I just try to put it in the background of the percussionist and then the drum major. So yeah, in order to do this, you have an order format that you can move them on top and to the bottom. Now, the next thing I did, of course, was to move all of them and try to center them towards the middle. Again, I figured out this amazing tool on there where you could group them all. If you click one icon and then you click select, and you could group them, select multiple, and you choose whichever ones you want to choose, then you could group them and you can move them around. So the next thing I did was just to add the text. Now, of course, our theme of the day was post your favorite picture wearing your marching band uniform and share your favorite memory. Now, the reason why I chose this was because, again, we were on quarantine and we didn't have the accessibility to go and put on a uniform. So that's why we decided to do a virtual kind of thing. And again, I just did this font and a different font again. I used Economico, which is one of my favorite fonts to use, as you may have seen it in other videos. It's just a very clean, simple, modern twist to it. Again, you could change the font if you would like, but yeah, going back to the story, the reason why I chose this was because it was fun, and to see them in their marching band uniform and sharing their favorite experience just melts my heart, especially the freshmen. I mean, they're so excited about wearing the uniform once again, and it just makes them so excited to remember all these. And it was so exciting for me to see them on social media tag us and post these on our social media and highlight them. I mean, it's truly amazing. And again, going back to this, the only thing I did was just to readjust. I readjusted their alignment, their centering. I centered them and readjusted the text and stuff like that. But yeah, the next thing you want to do is, of course, add our final touch to all of this. Of course, the last thing you want to do is tie it all in together with our Wildcat Regiment logo, I guess. This logo, I actually decided to do it during the summer. The reason why I did it in this font was because it looks a little bit more fun. I don't know. I just decided to do it in this font. You could change the font to you would like. But again, I just did shaping. I changed the font to local and added a shape to it just to highlight the text, and I did it in black and white. So yeah, again, you could just save this automatically to your phone by clicking share, the little share button on top. Click share. It's gonna ask if you want to download in color. Of course, download in color, because if you download in transparent, everything will go to waste. Next thing, of course, we have that I talked about having it on Instagram stories. Now I'll be showing you how to do that shortly. Now, to do this on an Instagram story, of course you want to exit out the template and click the template again, but don't double click, just click once and select duplicate. Now when you duplicate, I try to name mine Marching Monday IGS, which is Instagram story, and again, it's gonna be doing the same thing. Things might not look the same, so you're gonna have to readjust and resize and move around, center it, but everything will be basically there. You just have to move things around and just make it all look exactly like the one you had before. And it's okay if it doesn't happen where it's perfectly exactly the same. Again, it's up to you however you would like it. You're the judge on that. And of course, the next thing, sorry, there's like moving around my house. I don't know what's going on. But basically what's coming next is to add a little bit more fun to your Instagram stories, you could always add animation to it. And adding animation to it actually makes it so much fun. The kids see it and the text starts moving around. And yeah, I mean, it's an amazing thing that you could be doing on your Instagram stories. And again, it changes the game up. But yeah, after you do this, again, you do the same thing. Save as video instead of picture. You click share, save animation, save video, and it should be on your camera roll. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, you could just ask me, message me, email me. If you have any questions, I'm glad to help. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the second one.